Hi everybody, my name is Christian and I'm with Undique and it's Friday evening, 7:30 Eastern, and we are back here to our weekly update live from the Quail Farm. So thanks for tuning in. We're going to spend the next hour talking about quail, but also your pets and nutrition and all the good stuff. I have my chief treat tester with me. Her name is Hazel. I call her sometimes Hazel Dazel. She's a Labradoodle and she's 3 years old, and right now she's laying over there by her bed where she is allowed here in the office. She also helped me today on the farm a little bit, chasing away squirrels while I was doing some work in the garden. So she's always helping out, and therefore I think she deserves a treat. I tested the Hazel cam today, so don't mind my floor here. You're gonna see the entire mess, but we cleaned up a little, right, Hazel? And so let's see if my assistant comes over and wants to help out. In case you wonder how Hazel looks like, I have a picture there. So in case she doesn't show up, that's here, Hazel, right next to me. But I hope Hazel is enticed to present her first product. It's inspired by her and I made it for her. It's the Crunch Bites. So we are on here on a quail farm, but you know, quail in nature have a lifespan of a year or so, sometimes less, because there's a lot of predators after them, right? Their meat is very tasty, it's gamey. So that's the difference from chicken, and later we're going to talk about the eggs and all that good stuff. So yeah, hang out with me, and if you have any questions during the live stream, please pop them in the comments. That's why my eyes sometimes go a bit wild and I look down there and see if there's any questions about our products or life on the quail farm, how to become a quail farmer, all that good stuff. So I'm based in New Jersey and Hazel is from Pennsylvania actually. We got her from an Amish farm, and those people are very, very nice. She was in a litter of six, or how many siblings did you have, Hazel? She doesn't remember either. So I think there were 6 or 8 other dogs in her litter, and yeah, we immediately fell in love. And I already had my business, so that's why I figured, okay, how many quail can I eat, right? I wanted to do dog treats for Hazel, and I had already my business up and running, the store here on Amazon as well. So I figured, okay, let's go through all this good stuff and make a proper dog treat with only nature in there, because I want to know what's in there for my dog, and I also feel confident when your dog gets that your dog is gonna be happy. So that's the Crunch Bites, and what it is, it's premium quail meat. And we put a little bit of eggshells in there as well. Not the entire egg, just the shells. And because we don't want to use any fillers, no artificial colors, none of that stuff. Just premium quail meat. But for the extra crunch, we put in there the lovely shell of the eggs. That gives also your animal extra calcium, right? A lot of calcium in those eggshells. What I also want to show you is, and that's Hazel's favorite. Well, that's Hazel's favorite, but I don't know which one. Which one is your favorite, Hazel? She's gonna tell us, right? We also have the crunch sticks. So the bites are little strips you can break pieces off and things like that. Hazel, she didn't have dinner yet, so no treat of that yet. But you're gonna get some starters, right? When I go out to eat, I like to have a starter, maybe a soup first, or a little appetizer, right? So Hazel, what about an appetizer? Let's see. So a really great appetizer and training treat is the crunch sticks. So let's get one out of the package, and I switch over to Hazel cam because somebody sneaks up on me here. Hi Hazel. Wanna sit that people see you better? Hazel, sit. Good girl. Ay, 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 you're so close to the camera. Hazel, I want you to sit over here, please. Yeah? Hazel, here, sit. Good girl. And let me adjust the camera a little bit, right? I have no cameraman here, so I'm my own little cameraman. So, Hazel, want to say hi to the people? So those are the crunch sticks. Hazel, sit, please. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I know. And the crunch sticks, what it is, it's the spine of the quail. Yes, Hazel gives already paw. I know. You must be hungry. So let's start with half. They are nice and crunchy, aren't they? And I hope you can hear that as well. So she loves them. So that's, yeah, the spine of the quail. Normally that's being thrown away when a quail is being processed. But it's actually a great dog treat, right? The paw. Oh, we have to do your nails later. Yeah, we're gonna do your nails later. Yeah. So it's normally a byproduct in a way for, yeah, when you process quail. But we dehydrate that, so only hot air. Yeah, Hazel, I know you. Yeah, you need to test the quality for our customers. Oh, excuse me. Can you get it there? Okay. So normally that's been thrown out, right? Or yeah, given to the dogs on the farm. And you know, Hazel, she can only have so much, right? Yeah, Hazel. Wait a bit. I know this is good. So, oopsie. I'm dropping your treat everywhere. Let me just say hi to the people there for a second. Yeah, I know this is really tough. So the spine, you know, they come depending how big the quail was. They come in different sizes. You can break a piece off. So it's, yeah, it is a byproduct when we make the other treats, but it's too good to, you know, just throw it out. And as you hear, it's a nice crunch. It's suited for any dogs who have already their full teeth. Hazel, you want to say something? Any dog which have their full teeth. So older dogs, I show you another product for older dogs. It's great if you train your dog to be a hunting dog for bird retrieval, but for any case. Yeah, I know, Boopy. Okay, give me your paw. Thank you. There you go. So as you can see, your pet will get very demanding once you introduce them to the streets, but they're really high reward treats here. I want to show you another one, which is a food a combination. So that's our set here. Yeah, Hazel, I know. Let me show the people. We have a kit there, right? So this one, the Quail Wing dog training kit. Comes in a nice handy dandy package. Let me open it up. I know, Hazel, this is torture for you. It's not. She's well fed. Yeah. She's normally not so motivated by food, and she had late lunch. Yes, you did had late lunch, I know. So you should be not hungry right now. So in this kit, we actually bring you a proper air-dried wing, quail wing. There's some quail legs in there as well. I know they taste so good, don't they? They smell so good. And the spines as well. So it's kind of a combination there. I don't want to have her suffer. Let's switch over to Hazel Cam and give her a bit more treats. Right? Yeah, Hazel. I know, you don't want to suffer. Please, sit. Okay, and down all the way down. Down. Okay, relax. Okay, you get your treats. Yeah, I'm getting hungry now as well. So, quail meat is in general. Sorry, Hazel, don't distract me. Don't distract me here. It's very nutritious dance, right? So we don't want to overfeed our animals. And we have developed another treat which is kind of motivating your four-legged friend, because it can be used for cats and dogs. Actually, the sticks maybe not, because they're a bit on the harder side. As you can hear, they're really crunchy. So we have developed something else which we call the pet cotton candy, which can be used as a food topper. Yes, Hazel. And it can be used as a snack for older animals. So if you have a cat at home, a ferret, or a dog, and their teeth are not that great anymore because they're older, then this lovely treat and food topper, whatever you want to use it for. You have two options. I know Hazel gets very excited. Hazel, sit, please. Yes, wait. It can be, yeah, so she's getting really close now here. Come, we go back, turn around, yeah, and down, down all the way, down. You don't want to go down. I know. When you see this, you just get nuts. I know. So you can feed it as a treat like so. And it has this lovely yellow natural color, so there's no artificial thing here other than the packaging to keep it really nice for your pet. So you can sprinkle it on top of the normal food of your pet if you get the chance to do so. Or you just feed it like I do, as a little treat like that. It has the texture of looks a little bit like cotton candy. Obviously there's no sugar in there. And as the quail is a game bird, it has a gamey taste to it. And Hazel, wanna clean the mess up what I did here? I cleaned the floor before, so all good. It's all nature in there. Premium quail meat, just slightly processed to make it fluffy for your older pet as well, or younger pet when the teeth are not fully developed yet. Has a lot of protein, a lot of nutrition in there. If you click on the product below, you see exactly what it is. Yeah, here's a little bit more. Yeah. Ay. She gets nuts for that. Yeah, it is addictive for her. I mean, a pack like that lasts a long while, especially if you use it as a food topper there. But again, great treat as well. Speaking of treat, Hazel, right? Another treat what Hazel gets, especially when we go camping and we can't bring our fresh quail eggs with us because it's hot in the summer, or I don't want to break them when I go hiking with her. But she wants something special on her food, right? Then she gets the food topper. Yeah, that's inspired for you. I made that too. Yeah, let's check it out here, the food topper. So what it is, there's an entire carton. Yeah, an entire carton. I know, an entire carton of quail eggs in there, right? Yeah, and Hazel gets really excited. Yeah, yes. So you want to explain what's in there, Hazel, or should I? So what is in there? We have actually two options there. Let me show that. There is kind of the generous sprinkle option. Yeah. And then there's a smaller one if you just want to sprinkle a little bit. And it's just freeze-dried quail eggs. Made here in the US on our farms. We have farms in New York State, in Texas, in Louisiana, in Florida, in Missouri, Georgia. Where else are we, Hazel? We have so many farms who work together to bring these great products to the customers. Now, I'm gonna make my hand a bit messy, as it is already messy, and you can eat it out of my hand. I should have brought your bowl down here. So that's really just, oops, freeze-dried quail eggs, the whole quail egg. It's yummy. And as you can see, it's a great stimulation for your dog or cat or ferret to eat their normal food as well. So Hazel, she got picky about her food when she was about 2 years old. Hazel, you're so close to the camera. So close to the camera. You can't go like that. Look at that. So you got picky, right, Hazel? She got picky eating her normal food when she was about 2 years old, and I figured, okay, I have to do something about it, and that's when we came up with that idea. We collaborate a lot in our network, come up with different ideas, right? And that's one of the results. So, right, Hazel? Yeah. It's for us great because we can use then the eggs if it's the heat of the summer and there's less orders, or when the hatching season is over and we don't sell any hatching eggs. And I'm going to explain a little bit later what that is. Then we have an option to preserve the goodness of these eggs. We freeze dry them, preserve it, and it's all nature in there, right? And as you can see, I mean, Hazel is the living proof here next to me, right? That this is a great product, right? Hazel, stay seated, please. Yeah. You're so close to the camera. Do I have to move the camera again? Huh? I want to see your lovely face, Poo-Poo. Huh? So, come here. Oh, excusez-moi. all life, right? We are not hiding anything here. We are very transparent in what we do. That's really important. Yeah, because the people out there, they also have doggies and cats, and they want to make sure that they get great products. So we tell them everything about it. Oh, you have so much poo-poo in your eyes, huh? Where did you play in the garden today? Chasing squirrels and the bunnies and all that good stuff. Yeah. So Hazel, what else we gonna show? We showed already the lovely. What? We show. You want a bit more? This? You want a bit more? Okay. She wants to show you that it's really good, so we're gonna try a little bit more. Here we go. Oop. We're making a mess here. Yeah, so normally that would be sprinkled on her food. We're gonna get the food after this live stream, right? Yeah. Yeah, thanks for cleaning my hands so nicely. And since you're such a good girl, you're gonna get one more crunch stick. Ay, ay, ay. Hazel. By the way, we have the wing on the string on its own as well, right? So that would be for, well, it's more for cats or a little puppy, right? That's where we have a natural quail wing. There's not much meat on those wings. And we tie a natural string around it, and then you can have real bird play with your cat or dog. So we have that separate as well, or if you check it out, we have bundles about that too. But since Hazel is so nice today, not disappearing on me, a little close to the camera, she's gonna get one more of our crunch sticks here. So let's take a look at that. As always, provide fresh water to your animals when you feed them. Hazel, she has a bowl over there, right? There is your bowl. If you're thirsty, you know where to go. Yeah. We have the packaging. We use plastic, but that's manufactured in the US as well, and it has a little zipper built in there. So I don't know if you can see that, but it's pretty handy dandy. So you can zip it up again to preserve the freshness of our products. So all of our products are resealable. Yeah, and here we come. And we only have to do something for it. Wait for it, Hazel. Paw. Good girl. We definitely have to do your nails after this. Speaking of doing nails, I don't know about your dog or cat, but Hazel, she's a bit of a diva when it comes to grinding her nails or cutting them, right? But we have to groom you sometimes. And then these treats are really highly motivating for her to stay still. You're helping yourself here. Yeah. I want to see your right hand paw. Right paw. No, that's the left one. Right paw. Good girl. Okay. So, you had enough for now. We have dinner later. I think that was a good start. Thanks so much for helping, Hazel. Maybe you come later a bit more and say hi. But now let Daddy talk about... yeah, I'm a dog daddy. I call myself Daddy when I talk to her. Let me talk a little bit about our other products while you are cleaning up the rest down there. She's such a good girl. When I started photography more than 20 years ago, they told me never do live TV or live streams with animals or kids because you're gonna get embarrassed. So far so good. Right? You are really good, Hazel. No big barking, no begging. I'm very proud of her. So hopefully it stays that way. Okay, let me adjust a little because so what you have seen today so far. We had the Quail Crunch Bites, right? We had the pet cotton candy, which is really great. The crunch sticks and our hunting dog, the wing training kit and the wing on the string. And the Quailicious Boost, right? So I've seen all kinds of products already and they are all made or laid in the United States. What I show you today, everything is made or laid in the United States, even though, as you can tell by my accent, I'm not American. I was blown in from Austria, like this other gentleman over in California. What's his name? Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's my cousin, as you can see, right? He has a bit stronger accent than I do because he's from Styria. I'm from Salzburg, in case you have ever traveled to Europe. That's where the movie is from, The Sound of Music. That's where it was filmed. Anyway, So yeah, I love New Jersey, and I love to support the local economy as well. So I do sometimes support schools, for example, with our hatching program. And where does it all start? It starts with the eggs, right? So let's dive into that. Quail eggs. And let me show you in comparison. Here we got the eggs. A chicken egg. So I got a chicken egg here. Just realized when I prepared for the show that it has a little dent there. Do you see it? Tiny little dent. I guess I didn't see that when I picked it up in the store. So, well, I'm not gonna go back to the store now asking for a new egg. That kind of sounds stupid. The thing is, if the membrane is not damaged, you can crack it open, smell it. It's gonna be still fine. Once the Hazel, I know. Once the membrane is damaged, then obviously bacteria would go in, and not a good idea. So this one we have to use up quickly. Yeah, tomorrow for breakfast, and we're gonna color some eggs as well tomorrow, because it's Easter tomorrow, right? Even though some of my quail already provide me with colored eggs, and you find them also in our store. Those are the celadon eggs. The color doesn't really come through here fully. Hazel, no barking. Down, lay down. Excuse me, 1 second. My assistant here is demanding more treats, it seems like. You get a fresh quail egg if you're a good girl. Okay. That usually she gets it with her dinner, but I'm gonna give her one now, then she's a bit quiet. Of course, with consuming fresh or raw eggs, there's always this disclaimer, blah blah blah, health risk and so on. The quail have a higher body temperature, so they are less prone for salmonella, and the way we keep them, they are not in touch with their poop, right? I'm gonna show you that later. So Hazel gets a special treat. You get that now, and what she usually does with it, she runs off because she's afraid that I take it away again from her. Yeah, I don't want to torture you any longer, so let's switch over to Hazel Cam. There you are. Hazel, sit, please. Good girl. And here's the egg. Boom. And she gets the whole thing with the shell. Sometimes she eats the shell, sometimes she leaves the shell. Right, Hazel? So that's what you can use our fresh quail eggs for as well. We actually had customers leaving nice reviews that their African rattlesnake was very happy about our quail eggs, which is very nice. And of course cats and dogs. And you eat it with the shell. Okay, good. So let me switch back here, talk to the people a little bit more about the eggs. Hazel, go and lay down now. Thank you so much. I'm not gonna pay for overtime today. Well, yeah, good girl. No more barking. So her appetite is okay for now. So anyway, fresh quail eggs. You saw already the comparison with the chicken eggs. And yeah, so you're gonna need 2 or 3 quail eggs to compensate for 1 chicken egg. The cool thing is though, 1 quail egg has so much nutrition in there. Actually, in quail eggs, there's 3 times more protein in there than in a chicken egg. So let's talk about the quail egg. Chicken egg goes away. So what is in 1 quail egg? We got about 13-14 calories in there. About an egg is on average between 10 to 20 grams, depending what size it is. So let's take an average of like 14 grams. So there's 1 gram of fat in there. There's a little bit of cholesterol, 85 milligrams. Sodium, 60 milligrams is in there. Protein, 1 gram. So 1/14th of that egg is just protein. It's pretty amazing. We got vitamin A in there, 5% of your daily recommended value of vitamin A. You got vitamin B12, 10% of the daily recommended value in 1 single egg. Folate, 5%. Selenium, 10% of the recommended value. You got riboflavin in there, which helps the body to break down food into energy. I guess this is why I still have so much energy after a busy week here on the farm. Then choline is in there, iron is in there. So if you're iron deficient and you want to fill up on iron, quail eggs are a really, really good idea to do that. Iron promotes a healthy nervous system, right? And helps you to maintain your energy levels as well. So it's good as a breakfast starter. If you think about shopping for breakfast next week, get some of our quail eggs. We ship them out daily, fresh from our farms. Our farms, by the way, I mentioned we are in 10 states right now, so we are close to you. They don't have to travel too far. There's vitamin A in there, vitamin D. Okay, the days get a little longer now during the summer, right, Hazel? Yeah, she's back for more. She's back for more, of course. But still, vitamin D is important, especially in the winter, but now still as well, right? I heard when you take a bit more vitamin D in, it helps not to get a sunburn in the summer. I'm not sure. And antioxidants are in there, all that good stuff. So, quail eggs, very nutritious. Right, Hazel? And tasty. Yes. So now, let's talk a bit more. If we don't sell them as fresh eggs, we sell them also as fertile eggs. So what is a fertile egg or a quail egg for hatching? If you have a quail at the age of 6 to 8 weeks, some are late bloomers with 10 weeks, the hen starts laying the eggs, right? The hen lays the eggs regardless if there is a rooster or not, right? She keeps laying eggs, one a day usually, and he does what he does as a rooster. He crows a little bit and not as loud than a chicken rooster, and he looks after his girls, right? So when we keep them together in breeding groups, so that's usually 4 girls, 1 rooster, we produce the fertile eggs. The hens lay the fertile eggs, right? And that's how it all started on the farm. It started with 12 quail eggs when I first started it as a hobby. I just wanted to have fresh eggs every day. And I have hawks around, and I see the fox multiple times a day, usually being chased by Hazel then in the backyard. So for me, it's not really an option to keep free roaming chicken around on the property. They have too many predators, and chicken are loud and messy, and they eat a lot. And so I researched a bit more. My wife had the idea. What about quail? And so that's how I got into quail. What about quail, right? They lay eggs at the age of 6 to 8 weeks. A chicken lays eggs at the age of 22 weeks, sometimes even older. So if I hatch out a chicken or if I hatch out a quail, the time until I get an egg is way longer with the chickens. And honestly, those quail eggs are much cuter, right? When I have breakfast tomorrow morning, I decide how many eggs I want to have. Do I eat 4 because I'm not that hungry, or I cook other stuff? Do I eat 6? Do I eat 8? I use this opener. You find that in our store as well here. And you cut the top off like so and pour it out. You keep the shell as a fertilizer for your houseplants or in the garden. Great fertilizer. Keeps also the little slugs away from your strawberries and all that stuff. You find that in our store as well. Great for other houseplants. Extra calcium in the shell. Of course, wash it first, right? So it's really, really great option. But if it comes to hatching, you put that in an incubator. If you don't have an incubator, you find that on Amazon. There's a lot of different models out there, different price points. Make sure you order the incubator first and wait until it arrives, and then test the incubator. If it's running and holds the temperature, you can put a secondary thermostat in there. And then when you know the incubator works, then you order your eggs, right? Which sometimes are a little faster than it actually shows in regards to the shipping time. And they arrive in the mail. If it's hot in the summer, we recommend that you retrieve them as quickly as possible from your mailbox, right? They are not being delivered with a delivery driver. They come with the US mail. And we pack them very safe. The packaging method, we have tested that and we use it now over 4 years with less than 1% breakage. And it works, right? Of course, if an egg breaks, like the one I bought there in the store, right? Okay, I mean, it happens, right? If all eggs break, just take pictures, send it to me, and we take care of that. Any shipments over 20 eggs are actually insured as well. So if the postal service decides to damage them, they have to pay for that. Yeah, so you place them in the incubator. On our packaging, there is instructions in regards to hatching, what temperature, humidity. We have a free online course on how to care for quail, how to keep them. So you can learn all about that. And then, so after a little over 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, they hatch. You have little chicks. I'm gonna show you some pictures. They're really cute. And then they grow into an adult bird around that size, right? And then they start laying eggs. And you're gonna get eggs every day. You buy a big bag of feed, keeps them going, depending on how many eggs you want to have. That's how you plan how many eggs you want to hatch, right? Hatch rates for shipped eggs is not the same than here on the farm, because the eggs, they go through a lot of stress during shipping. So usually anything above 50% is a good hatch rate. Depends on your experience, your equipment, and the treatment in shipping as well. There is an air sac in there, right? What the chick uses to breed before it hatches. If that gets damaged, then there would be no development. That can happen during shipment. And it's a bit of nature. You know, we can't guarantee 100% fertility rate. Therefore, we can't guarantee 100% hatch rate. Nobody does that. I think there's one farm maybe in the entire United States who guarantees hatch rates, and if they actually really stick with that, is another story, I guess. So yeah, it's a bit of a gamble, but we get a lot of feedback from our customers, and we see it. We hatch every week on our farm. So this way we test our fertility rate and our hatch rates and can ship them out for you and be confident that you're gonna get a good number of chicks out of the eggs, right? Honestly, we don't have to sell hatching eggs. We have so many other products, we don't have to, right? We do it because we want that everybody can enjoy their backyard flock of quail. If we wanted to, we could only sell fresh eggs, make food toppers out of it, make all the other quail products we make, and don't sell hatching eggs. That would be fine too, right? But we like to do that. A lot of teachers are our customers, a lot of educators, homeschoolers, even universities have ordered from us, colleges, high schools. It's a great project to do that with your kids as well, especially now around Easter. But anytime throughout the year, hatching quail chicks is a rewarding experience, and caring for those birds is also very rewarding. So let's take a look at the video so I can take a little break from talking, getting thirsty here. And I show you in this part what's new on the quail farm. So let's take a look at that. So we switch over from here. By the way, that's the first quail I ever hatched over 4 years ago. Often stolen picture. I don't know why people steal pictures and use them as their own. Don't do that, please. It's all copyrighted, right? So let's take a look. There's some older pictures in here as well. I've shown already, but if you're new to the stream, I might show a few of them as well. So when was this picture? That was actually last weekend. This little birdie fell asleep in my arms, or in my hands. So this is a quail chick when it's a couple of days old. Size-wise, you can tell, right? Very, very small, but they grow so quickly. It's amazing. And here we have some in the brooder. I was moving some today as well. You see some yellow chicks here. They turn out to be then later either white or Italian type of quail. We have here some wild type, brown type, whatever you want to call it. They have the Faro gene in there. Some turn out Egyptians as well. So we have all kinds of variations on our farms. We have 14 farms in our network. That's ensures that we always have eggs available for you guys, that we have all kinds of color and gene variations. When I say gene, it's actually a gene which is responsible that certain quail lay this gelatin, this blue type of eggs, and there's either ones without sparkles or with sparkles. That's all based on the gene of the quail. Quite a diversity there, like with us humans. The quail is quite a diversity as well. They are native to many countries of this world. We also offer some native birds like the Georgia giants, for example, for hatching. Really cool birds. The Georgia giants have the smallest eggs, but they are the biggest birds. And let's see. So I collected some eggs early on. Let's have a look at that. Sure, we have some volume. Hi. Are you laying these nice blue eggs? It's none of you guys, is it? No. He's curious. Yeah, as you can see, those birds are happy the way we keep them in state-of-the-art layer cages. Quail would just fly off if you would let them roam around free. They can fly, so that's why we use state-of-the-art products from Hatching Time. The manufacturer is called Chimuka. They are down in Delaware. It's two families who run that. Great product. And so we have that on our farm here in New Jersey and in many other locations. But you can also build something yourself if you wanted to. But I have two left hands. I built once a quail cage. I will out of wood and wire and all that stuff. Yeah, never again. Then we have them here in the brooder. Did I show that one already? I might have, right? Sorry for that. So they run around here. They have it nice and warm. Oh, that's Mia. That's a cousin of Hazel. She loves the dog treats as well. So we saw her last weekend. Great dog, German Shepherd. So here the eggs again. What else happened on the farm? We were just busy hatching. So here's some. It's hatch day on the farm. Friday. 1, 2. You're all healthy and all well. Oh my God, so many. And you have to be fast there, you know. I don't want any to drop on the carpet. Oops. Have you counted? I think there were like 50 eggs in there, and I got like 45 birds hatching there. So let me show you some older footage for button quail. I hatched them here on the farm. We have them in 3 locations. So the button quail, they are called button quail because they are so small when they hatch, like a little button. I have here a 5-cent coin next to it on this picture, and as you can see, it's really, really small. Here's a little video as well. That's our first button quail. Isn't he a cutie? He or she? Oh my God, so tiny. Look at that compared to my wedding ring. Such a cutie. Yeah, I put you in the warm now. Very cute as well. So, yeah, on the wild bird front, I checked the other day and they still didn't hatch. But the mother and daddy bird is very active building the nest. They unfortunately built it a little bit more now that I can't really look inside and I don't want to disturb them. But so I will maybe try tomorrow during the day if I see the birds are not there. Try to snap a picture. I think that's in my backyard there. Thankfully far away from my quail. I don't want wild birds right now close to my quail. I'm gonna try to see if I can snap a picture on them. They come here every year at the back porch. There is this little basket I have there with my speaker. I like to listen to music when I do work outside as well. And that's where they decide to come and build their nest every year. So I let them. They are well protected there from any wild cats or the fox and all that. And from Hazel, you know. So I keep you posted once I know there's something hatching there as well. Other than that, yeah, there's some older pictures of quail. So you can see this is like, about 8 or 9-day-old bird here next to a little basket. Got a bit dirty feet. I have to be careful that I clean the brooder always quick enough, and then this guy will get a little sand bath and will be happy. So that's kind of the news on the farm. That's I don't know if you see it or not, but I was a little bit stressed recently. Before Easter, we are all a little bit stressed. I get pimples when I get stressed. I wonder if we should make a quail egg mask tonight, my wife and I. I heard egg masks can help with your face. We might do that. If we have some eggs left. Right now it was madness. A little stressful, but that's okay. We like to have a busy season, and the hatching season is not over yet. I think we are right now at the peak, and it's gonna get a little bit more busy as long as the weather is not too hot out there. We are confident of shipping those eggs out and get them to you for hatching. Speaking of eggs, you know, I sometimes get a really, really cool looking egg and I want to preserve it. So I came up with that little egg cup, which can be either used for using it for breakfast as a soft boiled egg in the morning, or to, you know, hollow out your favorite quail egg if you're into quail and display it nicely, because there's some cool shaped quail eggs out there. Sometimes they look like a planet, like from outer space. Sometimes they have really cool speckles, shapes, all that. So we have those available, made in the US as well. We make them here on the farm actually, and those little cups come in 3 colors. So you saw the white one. The black is pretty cool for the Celadon eggs to display them. And we have one in our company color in blue as well. So grab them as well if you know anybody with quail. They will love that. Now, speaking of the quail, you need to be able to transport them safely. Hazel, wanna come here and help me to show the other product which we got from Brian's Roost? They are cooperating with us here at Undique, and she's also a very well-known breeder, many years in business, and she uses every single product herself. And what we bring to you, and I'm gonna switch over to the Hazel cam, then I can show it a bit better, is if you're into quail already and you go to a bird swap, if you need to clean up your quail coop and need a temporary storage, or if you have live chicks and you sell them at the market or somewhere, we bring to you the special transport boxes for live birds. And this one is approved by the Postal Service to be used, right? So it comes flat, but it's very easy to fold. I already folded that one, and as you can see, there is instructions on it. I like to use them also when I have customers picking up quail here on the farm, or when I clean their setup. It has a little membrane in here, so I hope you can see it. That lets the air through, but doesn't let the quail peek out there with their wings or with their little feet or whatever. So you can poke extra holes in there if need be. And they have it very happy and very nice in there. And it folds up. So it can be used for shipping, obviously. And transportation of your birds. Or like I use it when I clean out the layer cage and power wash it down. The birds go temporary in there, in their breeding groups. I can label it here and know exactly where they have been, so they go back into the same cage. I keep them separated by color variation, so it helps me to manage that a bit as well. And so those shippers are available in our store as well. Now, Hazel, you didn't want to show that? No, she's sleeping over there. Her belly is full. That's okay. We do have also from Brian's Roost the button quail egg shippers available for you guys. So that's specific foam shippers to ship those tiny eggs. I don't have a button quail egg here, but a similar one. They are a little bit, button quail eggs are a little bit bigger than this egg compared to a normal quail egg. You see the size. This was just a fairy egg. But button quail eggs are smaller, so they need to be shipped securely. And There's many ways how you can ship stuff, and one option is, for example, the shipping foam, which is available in the store as well. Okay, that was the last product in the lineup. How are we doing time-wise? Not too bad, not too bad. Any kinds of questions, please feel free to drop them down if you like, into the chat there if you want to know anything specifically about the products. If I don't see it now during the live, I'm happy to answer them later as well. I'm gonna make a quick run through of all the products we've seen today. Maybe Hazel makes another appearance if she pleases to. We shall find out. If not, it's fine too. No animal is being harmed during this live stream, and no quail keeper either, I hope. And so let's make a quick run through, and let me talk a little bit more about our network as well, right? Because everything you see here today, whoopsie, there is the writing here behind me. By the way, what does Undique even stand for, right? Let me get out of the picture. So Undique is actually an English word and is also a Latin word, and Undique means from all sides, from all directions. And that kind of displays nicely when we look here at the map as well, what we do here, right? When I created Undique, the brand and the company over 4 years ago with my wife, I kind of had in mind, like, okay, I'm Austrian, but I'm a little bit like a Swiss Army knife, right? Meaning I'm a kind of an all-rounder. I like to do this a bit, do that a bit, and I was looking for a name which kind of reflects that, and I was researching different names and things like that, and then yeah, we came up with Undique. And half a year into the company, I had an accident on my lawnmower, really bad one. It's one of those ride-on lawnmowers, and I got stuck by a root, and I really messed up my back, and it was very painful. And my doctor told me I'm not allowed to lift anything heavy for the next 6 months, and I had to go to therapy, and I still do acupuncture for it and all that stuff. It's much better now, thanks God. But back then it was a bit of a problem, because suddenly I can't lift heavy bags anymore, and the feed bags for the quail, they are like 40-50 pounds. So I had to temporarily stop keeping quail, but I already had customers. And so I reached out to some people online in the quail community, and found a nice gentleman up in New York State and another one in Louisiana. And I asked them, hey guys, I already have fresh egg customers. What we gonna do? You already supply me with some wings and some other stuff. Why don't we do like a network, and you know, if an order comes in from New York State, then we ship it from New York State, right? If an order comes in from Louisiana or Texas, then we ship it from there. And that's how the network kind of started, and it was growing from there, right? And so as you can see now on the map, we're in all these different locations, so we can bring your different color variations. We can assign your order to the closest location if possible, that the eggs don't travel too far, right? Makes sense. And yeah, and we help farmers like me. Okay, I'm a farmer with IT skills. That helps. If you do online business, it really helps to have IT skills. But some farmers don't have the IT skills like I do. So we help farmers to promote their products online. And so that's what Undique is about. So when you order from us, you support a small family farm here in the United States, in Texas, in Georgia, in Florida, in all those locations, Alabama, Tennessee, and so on, right? So that makes me really happy. As an immigrant to the United States, coming here, creating a company, helping other farmers to promote their products online, to bring great quality products to you guys. I'm really happy about that it turned out that way. Kind of because of an accident, but maybe I had it always in mind. I don't know. But the accident definitely forced the creation of the Undique network, and I'm really happy that that happened. So I knock on wood, my back is better. I have a couple of hundred quail now myself. I know how hard that work is. The work is on the farm, to look after the birds, make sure they are healthy. Um, so I know exactly what every single farmer out there, in our network does, right? And shout out to all of them, like Craig and Eddie and Rebecca and Jim and Amber and Eric and Nicole and Aaron and Christina and Kelly and Joey and Joe and Dixie and Bonnie and Parker and Jackson and Daniel and Jennifer and David and Carrie, and I hope I didn't miss anybody. So that's all the farmers on our network. So great people. And yeah, I want to thank you guys for hanging out that long with me. I really hope that you like any of our products, and please recommend them to friends too. All you saw today is made or late in the US. I'm happy about that too. You don't have to ship everything around the world, right? Let's buy local wherever I lived in the world. It doesn't matter when I lived in Austria or when I lived in Ireland, or when I lived in Germany for a while. I always like to buy the local products, and I'm now in the US since nearly 10 years, and I like to buy the local stuff. So now I'm gonna throw myself a little burger on the barbecue, maybe some quail meat too, with some bacon wrapped. I like that too, and make sure that Hazel gets her food now, the rest of her food, even though she's already in a little food coma over there. But I'm gonna start into the weekend, a special weekend for me. It's my wife's and mine wedding anniversary. So shout out to my wifey. I love you. I look forward to spend this lovely weekend with you. So that's why we don't gonna have a live stream on Sunday. Sorry for that, guys. It's also Easter, and I really need a little break after the busy season now before shipping all those eggs before Easter. And so no live stream this Sunday, but I will be back on Friday next week, 7:30 Eastern again. So please follow the live stream. Then you get a little notification on your phone when I'm back online again. Yeah, I really hope that you have a great weekend as well. I hope you have some nice Easter activities. I hope you're gonna color some eggs. Right? We're gonna color some quail eggs and some chicken eggs. Oh yeah, one more thing. I have to bring this to the United States. It's a great tradition. It's nearly an Olympic sport in Austria, and it's called egg packing. So what you do, you're gonna hard boil eggs, chicken or quail, doesn't matter, and you need 2 people to play it at least, but you can play it with the entire family. And so each person gets an egg, and you hold it like so. The other person, just imagine, there's my wife now, comes with her egg too, and you bang it together, right? Typically 1 egg breaks, that's the loser, and the egg which doesn't break, that's the winner. And you do it in a KO system, right? The winner keeps playing until there's only 1 egg left, and that's the winner of the competition, and he gets to eat all the eggs which got damaged or wins any other prize. But that's a really cool tradition from where I'm from in Austria. I brought that to Ireland. In Germany, some people know that. I don't know how many people know that in the US. So egg packing is a thing. It's a lot of fun. So make sure you boil them. If you want to prank somebody, don't boil their egg. That's always a good one too. Can get messy. So yeah, don't waste eggs. Maybe feed it later to your favorite animal. But yeah, now for Easter, a little egg packing is good fun. And to color them, use beetroot juice, a lot of natural colors out there. And then it's even funnier to have a few different color variations there when you do so. Okay, now I really say goodbye. I thank you again for tuning in today. I wish you a great weekend again and a great week ahead, and I see you next week. Thanks for joining. My name is Christian from Undique, and thanks for watching.